Welcome to my channel. My name is Ria and today we're going to talk about the new moon happening in the sign of Capricorn. So let's get started. A new moon is when the sun and the moon are together, and this is essentially a point where new energy comes in, right? New energy that we work on for the next lunar month, for the next 28 days or so. So essentially it's a seeding of an energy that will grow, that will bloom over the next 28 days, that we have to work on over the next 28 days. Now this new moon is at almost 20 degrees of Capricorn, 20 degrees. Capricorn is a Saturn ruled sign, right? And Saturn is a very serious energy. It's about commitments, it's about decisions, it's about long-term planning. It's about asking yourself, what are you serious about? What are you serious about for the long run? What are you willing to work hard for in a dedicated way, in a persistent way for the long run, right? That's what Capricorn is. It's all about taking those decisions, making those commitments, setting those plans for the long run, committing yourself to work hard persistently to achieve the goals. That's Capricorn. Capricorn is the top of the top, right? And to get to the top of the top, we have to work really hard. That's what Capricorn is. A lot of hard work, a lot of persistence, a lot of dedication. It's also the sign of businesses and governments as well. Saturn is also the ruler of this reality, right? And Capricorn in that regard is our reality. It's a very real sign. So with this new moon, a lot of real things can come up, right? We may be dealing with our reality. We may be dealing with the problems that are coming up for us. We may be planning and committing and dedicating ourselves to a long-term goal, long-term vision that we have. Essentially, it's about working really, really hard. But that's not all, right? Capricorn is a very karmic sign. It's a karmic sign because Saturn rules it. Saturn is the planet of karma, right? And we have Rahu here and Ketu here. They are also very karmic points. The three most karmic points, according to me, in my opinion, are Saturn, South Node Ketu, and North Node Rahu. And what's happening here with this moon? This moon is in the karmic sign of Capricorn. It is making 90 degrees with both Rahu and Ketu, North Node and South Node, the karmic points. So this is a very karmic energy coming in. This is energy that is destined, it's fated. And what does that mean exactly, right? It means, yeah, it's karmic, but a lot of the times what this can mean is that it seems that we have little control over the events that are happening, right? So that's one way of looking at it, not the only way to look at it. But it seems like destiny is at play here. Karma is at play here. Things are happening here. And whatever is happening around this time, right, 11th of Jan 2024, around this time, is destined, it's karmic, it's fated to happen. It's with a long-term vision in mind. It's for the long run. And what we have to focus on is working hard, maybe taking those decisions, maybe making those commitments, right? Because that's what's in our control. What's in our control is the dedication to working hard, is the discipline to working hard, is the persistence, is the commitments, right? Those are the things that we can control, and that means those are the things that we can work on. Now, that's the most important aspect this moon is making, right? Square to the nodes. And if you recall, around July 2023, so about 6 months ago, Pluto was aspecting the nodes in this way, right? So since July, we did go through a major transformation, right? And now with this moon here, this is a karmic point. With Pluto, it was a change, it was a transformation, July 2023. But now with this aspect, this is energy coming in that's fated, that's destined, that's karmic. And that'll play out over the next 1 month or so, and we've already started to see it. The second aspect that's going on with this moon is a trine to Uranus, right? It's already happened. The sun has already trined Uranus. The moon has already trined Uranus. But let's talk about this. Uranus is a very sudden energy. It's unexpected. It's the planet of change, right? It's the planet that says, I will do things my own way. It's authentic. But Uranus is a lot of energy, right? It's a lot of energy, it's outbursts, it's not stable. Uranus is not a stable planet, right? So with Uranus, there's a lot of energy and then nothing, a lot of energy and then nothing. And what this means is, this is a positive aspect. So what this means is that whatever's happening may have this degree of feeling like, yeah, I didn't expect this to happen, right? It's unexpected, it's out of the ordinary, it's something that might surprise us. So whatever is happening, it may be a little surprising to us, or it may just not fit our ordinary life in some way. It may be extraordinary, it may be different from what we are used to. So that energy is there as well. This is a positive aspect, but with Uranus, you never know. So being prepared for sudden things, unexpected things is a good way as well. Now, the next thing going on in the chart during this moon is the fact that Venus is just about to trine Chiron. Positive aspect, right? And what this means is that Venus is the planet of relationships. It's the planet of our relationships, finances, self-worth, values, skills, appearances, beauty. Venus is a lot of things, right? But primarily it's relationships, it's our appearances, it's our skills, it's our self-worth and finances. And this is in a positive aspect with Chiron. Chiron is the wounded healer, right? Chiron healed himself. So with this energy, we may feel healed, or we may feel, healed in some way, connected to relationships, projects, finances, self-worth, appearances in that regard. But the key here with Chiron is that the healing is never external, it's internal, right? We have to work on ourselves to access that healing that Chiron gives us. So there is a healing element to this moon as well. Now, these are the major aspects. So let me just sum them up before we move on. 3 major aspects, right? Square to the nodes, which makes this moon extremely karmic, destined, fated. What we can do is work hard, take those decisions with a long-term vision in mind, and be willing and dedicated to that goal, to that vision. That's in our control. Second aspect is the trine to Uranus. It's a positive aspect, but being prepared for something unexpected, something out of the ordinary, being prepared to maybe not have things as they are, right, for some time, is the way we can prepare for this energy. And the third is this Venus Chiron aspect that's going on during the moon. And this is about identifying our trigger points connected to relationships, finances, self-worth, values, skills, appearances, and working on ourselves, and thereby access the healing, right? So these are the 3 main points so far. Now, moving on, let's talk about a few more things. We have Mercury now, which is direct, right? Last moon, Mercury was retrograde. Now it's direct, and it's moved past its square to Neptune. So mid-December to end December, even early Jan, we could have had this fogginess, this confusion, this uncertainty about this thing. But around this moon, right, that's going away, because Mercury is direct now and it's moved on from its square to Neptune. So what this means right now is that a lot of planets are direct, right? We have a lot of direct energy right now. Let me just... Venus, Mercury, Mars, Pluto, Saturn, Neptune, Jupiter, all direct, right? Uranus is retrograde. Jupiter was retrograde till the beginning of the year, and so was Mercury. So with this moon, right, which is the first moon of the year, we have a lot of direct planets. And what that means is that this is the time we can move forward with our lives. This is the time we can take decisions. This is the time we can work on new projects and new things and set the base for the time in the mid of the year, towards the end of the year, when the planets will be retrograde, for us to review what we are doing now, right? Because the year will end with Mars retrograde. A lot like 2022, right? 2022 also was when Mars went retrograde towards the end of the year. It went retrograde in October that year, October 2022, and was retrograde till Jan 2023. But this year, we'll have Mars retrograde in December all the way to Feb 2025. So the end of the year, again, things will be about reviewing, right? It will be a review time. But now, with so much direct energy, this is the time to go for those new projects, to take those decisions, to make those commitments and make them a reality. Because what is Capricorn? Capricorn makes things real. It sets things in stone, right? It does this by working hard. Saturn is all about that. Saturn is about making things real in the material world, right? Whenever there's a Saturn, there's a lot of Saturn, one of the things that happens is our focus goes to that area so that we can work hard and make something in that area. So this is the time with direct planets to take those decisions, make those commitments, and work hard. Now, that's the next thing I wanted to touch upon with Mercury going direct and all the direct planets right now. Now, moving on, we also have Pluto that will re-enter the sign of Aquarius on Jan 20th, right? So between this moon and the next, we will have Pluto finish up in Capricorn and enter the sign of Aquarius. Pluto has been in Capricorn since 2008. Last year, March 2023, it did enter Aquarius for a short while and then it went back into Capricorn. And since then, it's been in Capricorn. But now it's entering Aquarius. It will go back to Capricorn once more, but for a short duration. And then in November of this year, it will fully enter the sign of Aquarius. And it will not go back into Capricorn again. But Jan 20th, we will have Pluto enter the sign of Aquarius. So this is a big change, right? Think of March of last year. I believe it was March 23rd, 2023, when Pluto entered the sign of Aquarius. So think of that time, March, beginning April, because this energy is coming back up again. Pluto will be in Aquarius for a long time, right? About 20 years or so. So we'll start to see this new energy coming in. And what is Pluto in Aquarius about, right? Aquarius is a very forward, futuristic sign. It's about technology. It's about AI. It's about astrology. It's about detachment. It's about isolation as well, right? But the big theme with Pluto in Aquarius will be technology, right? So we'll see a lot of forward movement when it comes to tech. And Saturn was in Aquarius between 2020 to 2023, right? 2020 December to 2023 March, Saturn was in Aquarius. And during that time, we got a glimpse of Aquarius because Saturn was in Aquarius. Aquarius is tech, it's the internet, it's isolation, it's moving forward, it's futuristic. And now with Pluto entering the sign of Aquarius, these are the themes that will be highlighted, a lot of emphasis on technology. And we will see that Jan 20th, but it will still retrograde into Capricorn once more before it moves into Aquarius fully by the end of this year. And one more thing I want to mention is that this 0 degrees of Aquarius spot, right? 0 degrees of Aquarius is also where Saturn and Jupiter met up going back December 2020. Right, so 21st December 2020, Saturn and Jupiter met up at this 0 degrees of Aquarius point. And Pluto will be entering the sign of Aquarius and will be at 0 degrees, activating this conjunction point, right? With Pluto at 0, it will start to activate this point. So that's another thing to be mindful of. And what that means is, think of your life December 2020, right? Maybe something you started, maybe something old ended, maybe changes started to come about. And this entry of Pluto into Aquarius will activate that energy. Now, one more aspect that I want to touch upon before winding up is that Mars and Jupiter are also in a trine. Mars is building up its trine to Jupiter Jupiter is the planet of gifts, rewards, lessons. Mars is about action, and they're in earth signs, Capricorn, Taurus, and this is a positive aspect. So this can mean that if we take action, if we move forward, right, Mars, if we take initiative, but in a very Capricornian way, in a slow, stable, structured, committed manner, Jupiter is there bearing rewards or lessons, right? Mars trine Jupiter. This is a positive aspect that can mean rewards and gifts for the action we take. So these are the things I wanted to mention. So to sum it up so far, this is a karmic energy. This is a destined energy. What we can do, what is in our control is taking decisions, making commitments, working hard, taking action might be a good thing at this point, right? What we might need to watch out for, things that are going a bit unusual, things that may be a little unexpected, right? We need to watch out for that sort of energy, and some healing element there. Again, we need to get that healing from within, and that sums it up. And one more thing, with so much direct planets, right, with so many direct planets, this is the time to set the base, do those things that we will work on towards the mid and end of this year. This is the time to start new projects, get new things done. I hope this video was useful. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you next time. Have a great day. Bye.